audience, welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. And in tonight's episode, we are going to look at an entitled 37-year-old woman who winds up getting punched in the face and because she messed around and found out. Now, you guys got to see this story because I didn't really have a topic for this week when I first was thinking about this, but I remembered I was watching this video and I'm sitting here like, I can't believe what this woman just said. And you all guys won't be able to believe it too. So thank you guys for being here this evening. And let me tell you guys that I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. Not only did we go over 11,000 subscribers over the past month, but we also went over 2 million views on this channel. And again, it's you guys supporting the channel that I continue to do this. And I know I need to be a little bit more active, but I took a little time for myself. And, because we all need that, right? So I needed a little time to take for myself. And the other thing I want to bring up about that, about the, going over 2 million views and stuff, I think about it all the time, man. Like, just where I came from and to where I'm at now. And again, if you're new to this channel, we talk about a whole bunch of issues on here. Today's video, though, okay? Today's video is absolutely a crazy story. Now, I did some editing right before this video to kind of shorten it up, kind of make it more exciting, kind of put that TSG spin on everything. But trust me, you won't want to miss this, okay? Now, today's show, we're still going to have the comments of the day, which I only have a couple, and we're going to have some memes of the day, and we're going to finish out the show with that. I'm also going to take some of your questions and your comments as we do this live stream as per the usual, and we're going to have some fun with this one today, okay? Now, shout out to Anthony Realism. He said, like number one, sup? Yep, you was in here first, man. He said, I love this channel. Anthony, thank you so much, man. I try to make it fun. And the thing that you made me realize what I was going to say to you guys. I usually cut off monetization from the ads for the live streams because the live streams is for the gents of this channel, men, women, whoever supports this channel. We do this live stream so that we can talk at real time and interact with each other. I appreciate it. I'll be honest, I almost canceled doing this today. And I was like, you know what, man? Nah, I am dedicated to continuing to do my live streams every Wednesday for the gents, okay? We also got, so this is also the shout out portion. If you come into the channel, I do shout outs and stuff like that. I'm not going to be too long doing this, but I want y'all to know that I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Preston says, Sean, sup, Sean C, Green City Money. Man, I'm great, baby. Mana, greetings from Ireland. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you from Ireland. Shout out. That is definitely one of the places I'd like to go. I definitely wouldn't mind having a good Irish whiskey and some beer out there, okay? So I can't wait for that. He said, we all love this channel. I know, Preston. Actually, some of the comments of the day are some of yours because you're one of the few people that commented on my last video. He said, that's a cool shirt. Yeah, I kind of like this shirt. It's actually kind of stretchy too, man. It's a pretty nice shirt, man. Plus, it's in Vegas, so it's starting to get hot now. I need something that can breathe. All right. Beach Bump TV. Shout out to my brother from Beach Bump TV. How's it going, man? It's going great. Look, I'm not gonna guys hold you up. I don't even plan to have this be a long ass live stream, but we will get through these. I have 3 video clips today, and we are going to get through all 3 of these video clips. Okay. So make sure you guys hit that like button so more people can come in here and see the live. All right. And I really appreciate it. I'm having whiskey as you speak. Cheers. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Mana. Yeah, man. I've kind of, I'm going to say I've given up drinking, but I've cut back so I can be more focused on the things I need to focus on. So usually I ask you guys, what's the drink of the day? And, but what I'm drinking is flavored water. Okay. So trying to be responsible, man, so I can get this book written, but I've been very irresponsible this weekend. Not irresponsible, but chilling. XL Pro, shout out to my brother XL Pro. Thank you for being here. Preston says, I would love to go to Ireland for their 4-leaf clovers. Absolutely. Listen, I don't want to hold you guys up. Let's get into this. Now, the first part that I want to talk about, right, is we're going to talk about this entitled woman that finds out the hard way. But the very first clip that I'm going to share with you guys tonight is showing you guys what we talk about on the channel all the time, right? We talk about the entitlement that modern women feel. And so this first clip is just to highlight some of the entitlement that we see here in modern Western countries. So I'll get back to your comments in a second. Let me bring up the first clip.
Athletes, like my ex-husband's 6'4".
Okay.
Let me know if y'all can hear that let me know if y'all can hear that. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear the volume. I'm going to go ahead and rewind that back. I just wanted to get a little sound out there. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear that, if y'all heard that.
Athletes, like my ex-husband's 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm pretty tall, so I like them tall as well.
I do get okay. So let's go because you know the 6 feet guy. We gotta make a certain amount of money.
Yes, he does. Yeah, absolutely, Kendra. My standards are very, very high when it comes to that. He needs to be making at least $500,000.
Look at Kendra's face. Hold on real quick. Hold up. So listen, normally we talk about in this channel women who like, okay, I gotta have a 6-foot guy, and they're standing 5'1", maybe 5'4" with heels on. Yet and still, these women want a guy that is almost a foot taller than them. And not to understand that 15% of this country in America is people that 6 feet and above. And we're talking about all Americans. We're talking about dudes in jail. We're talking about athletes. We're talking about to be over 6 feet tall is a rarity. That is not the average height of a man. Now, this woman is 5'11". So I kind of sympathize with the fact that she wants a taller man. I get that. But for her to think that she's going to find a dude over 6 feet tall and right, he makes $500,000 a year. But also I want y'all to, I'm gonna pull this back real quick. Look at what happened in the beginning. This is a 35-year-old woman with a child, and he needs to make $500K. She's 35 with the child, single, I think, and she wants a dude to make $500,000. This is absolutely delusional, James. Absolutely delusional. And this is why I want to bring it up before we get into the main clip tonight. So I'm gonna rewind that back. I'm gonna go ahead and put her back up on the screen. And we're gonna restart this clip for anybody that might have came back in here again.
Athletes, like my ex-husband's 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 5'11". I'm pretty tall, so I like them tall as well.
I do get okay. So let's go because you know the 6 feet guy. We gotta make a certain amount of money.
Yes, he does. Yeah, absolutely, Kendra. My standards are very, very high when it comes to that. He needs to be making at least $500,000.
Womp, womp, womp. Crazy, right? $500,000. Even Kendra can't believe it. Look at it. And Anthony said
500K.
Yep.
Now, let me just, okay, so he has to be 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
He has to make 500K.
At least, yes.
And
at least.
You're the only woman.
I'm the only woman, yes.
He's faithful.
Yes.
My God. Is that not delusional?
I'm hoping, you know what? I feel like I can find him. I'm that's why I'm on your show, Kendra. I'm hoping that there's someone who is at my level. So
at her level. Oh my God. Okay. So I thought that was the perfect clip to start off this segue to show that this level that these women think that I deserve this, I deserve that, right? I got a child, I'm single, I'm 35. He needs to be this tall, and he needs to make at least $500,000, because whatever this delusional level is, it's not realistic, ma'am. You're not gonna find it. Okay, it's not out there for you. It's a slim chance, but when you talk about the percentages, it's less than a percentage point. It is 0.000 something delusional. Okay, to think that she's gonna find this. So again, back to what Anthony said. Kendra G Show has the most delusional women on it. Absolutely. Shout out to Leonidas. I would hand her a stack of movie prop money, Pop Smoke, and Ghost. Absolutely. Yeah, XL Pro, like, what? The only place she'll find the man she wants is in her imagination. Actually, you can't be much further from the truth, Anthony. You're talking about in her dreams, right? Like, we talk about that, but women will cast this belief. Even when they meet you, there's this belief, right, of where she projects and sees you going. This is something that I said on the channel once, but my aunt told me this a long time ago. When a woman meets you, she already has in her head about how far she thinks that this thing is going to go, how far she wants to take it, right? Or how far, she sees with you. So that's why when a woman isn't showing you the attention as she's into you or she's interested in you, then don't go chasing, because that means in her head she doesn't see you as what she's looking for, and I had to learn that the hard way too. You know what I mean? That if a woman isn't going to put any effort towards you, then she don't think much of you, man. And so, that's why I started off with this clip, you guys. Mana says, it's amazing how the standards disappear when they meet a guy they like. Yep, absolutely. And hold on, let's go back to what you just said. The other part that I didn't talk about is this guy is supposed to be completely faithful to this woman, right? Like, this 6-foot guy making $500,000 supposed to get with this 35-year-old with one child, and he isn't going to get attention from other women? Are you serious? You can't make this up, people. In the words of the wise Kevin Samuels, on her level of smoking too much loony baloney. Yep, exactly. Ignorancy is the new level of smoking delusion stupidity. Preston coming with the rhymes already. I bet she can't cook. She probably will burn minute oatmeal. Oh my God, that's funny. That is funny. All right. I'm going to set up the main clip for the night. We're going to pause it in certain breakpoints that I created in the video, right? I created certain breakpoints. You guys will know exactly where it is. Please stick around for that. And I'm going to bring this up on screen. So, let me bring myself back up on screen. So before we get started again, this woman that we see today in the first start, right? In your first thought, and at least back in the day, anybody who would have saw this would have been like, yo, we need to be protesting this. We need to be talking about this. Men would protect, or at least want to protect their women, especially in situations like this. But as you listen to the story, you're going to see that this woman is going to fall into the same delusions that we talk about here on this channel. And I thought this was the perfect story for the night. That's why I only have 3 clips tonight. But we have a lot to talk about in here. Let's get to it. Or, as I would always say, and with that being said, let's get started.
I need you to back up or leave, but we can't do that for you. So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office, into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
A shocking moment caught on camera when a Target employee punches a customer in the face after she cornered him in an office.
You backed him into an office and you got hit in the face, unfortunately.
When people are backed into a corner, they can choose to do the right thing or they can choose to lash out.
She says the whole altercation was her way to take a stand.
This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
Security video shows 37-year-old.
I went too far. That was the break.
Don't play with me.
There we go. All right. Let me bring myself back up on screen. So you guys heard this woman was in a Target. She started coming up on this guy that was working there, loss prevention, and it's going to get into the story more, so I don't want to give too much away. But this guy straight cold cocked this woman in the face, okay? So we can sit here and say, oh, man, a Target employee isn't supposed to cold cock a woman in the face no matter what. And though I might be inclined to agree, right? We're going to listen to the story. We're going to see exactly what this woman did to get a punch in the face, okay? So please stick around for that. Again, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and be a part of the gents here. Preston says, that woman looks like she can't even fry an egg to save her afterlife. That's funny. Leonite says, how about a new strategy for a first date? A potluck. She makes something and you make something. Leonidas, that's a great idea. That's an excellent idea. Yeah, that lady thinks she's Rosa Parks, right? The audacity of her to compare herself to Rosa Parks. Yes, absolutely. But you got to hear, when I play this video out, you guys are going to hear why she thinks this is her Rosa Parks moment, okay? Because she got punched in the face. But we're going to see why she got punched in the face. What was she fighting for that she thought that this was her Rosa Parks moment? Stick around and find out, like this woman did. All right, let me bring it back up on the screen.
Security video shows 37-year-old Karen Ivory checking out at the register. When the bill surpasses $1,000, Ivory says she won't have enough. Body camera video captures Target manager Ashley Meyer describing to police what happened.
So I came around and I was like, hey, what can I do for you? She starts going on this spiel about I've had a privileged life and she's been disadvantaged, and then said that she was asking Target to make reparations for her. And I said, that's not something we can do tonight. If you need a donation, like, you can call tomorrow, but it isn't something I can do for you, like, right now tonight. And then she got really close to me. So I put my hands up and backed up, and she, like, followed me. She was, like, breathing into my eyeballs.
Security video shows the incident unfold as Ivory approaches the manager and gets in her face. After that, a loss prevention manager approaches.
She told me that she wanted to rep it out, and I told her we couldn't do that. Okay. And then she said, excuse me, and I was like, man, like, I need you back up or leave, but we can't do that for you. So she started charging at me. I came all the way back into my office, into an enclosed space, and I hit her in the face.
All right. So listen, you guys heard the story, okay? This woman goes in, buys over $1,000 worth of items in Target, all right? And then when she couldn't pay for it, she decided that her Rosa Parks moment was the fact that Target needed to somehow compensate and give her reparations to pay for the rest of the stuff that she bought. So part of me thinks that this woman already had an agenda that she was going to go in, buy this many items, and then go ahead and then try to see if she can get Target to pay for the rest of her stuff. Now, we talked about delusion. We showed you this delusional woman in the first clip. But now we're talking about a woman that thinks that somebody owes her something, okay? She did not. She went in there to a store and thought that, knowing she didn't have enough money, like, who goes into a store and starts throwing stuff in the cart, not having enough money, and then think that this business, this corporation, is supposed to just go out and pay for her when she comes to the register. If that's the case, they wouldn't make any money, because I tell you what, if I knew Target was doing that, I would go in and do the same thing. There's a lot of stuff that I can see me buying in Target right now that I'd go, hey, I don't have enough. Y'all need to make this right, okay? Y'all need to do something about this, okay? So I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Even Rosa Parks wouldn't have got punched in the face. Lesson 1, bob and weave, Debo. Olerisin, capsicum is perfect for people like that. You're going to have to explain that one for everybody here. All right, too many loudmouth women who have never been held accountable for their actions. Absolutely, man. And this is the thing. She's gonna make some more statements. So I want you guys to stick around and watch that. She's gonna make some more statements. It's like, woman, what are you thinking, right? And I can't, like, what would possess this woman to think that somebody owes her something? Listen, I'm not going to sit here and say I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not going to say that I don't believe that some type of reparation should be paid. A whole bunch of other groups that are here in America have gotten some sort of reparations for the harm done against them, except African Americans. The only group that really has it, right? But at the same time, you don't go into Target and start to try to make this argument because you can't pay for something or because you don't have it. That is not the way this system works. But this woman is going to tell us how the system works, and we're going to get into that. Preston says 10 big, 10 bowls, lunacy, 10 bowls of idiocy. Absolutely. Pepper spray. All right, let's get back into this.
Surveillance video shows Ivory run after the manager and into his office. When she approaches, he punches her in the face.
I tried to literally close her out, but at that point, she barreled her way in and then kept coming into my office.
After the manager punches Ivory in the face, security video shows him calling 911.
I tried to close you out of my office and you just kept on pushing your way in.
No, sir. I didn't push my way in.
Yes.
I came around the corner quickly.
Hey, quit talking. Hey, no.
Excuse you?
Stop.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? I'm Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. Right? I'm gonna set this pretty much alive. Hold my drink. Listen, she was like, I didn't come after you. I came around quickly. Like, you can see in the video clearly that this dude was backing up and she was just pushing her way, onto this dude, right? So Preston says, congratulations, you played yourself. That's why I threw that clip in there, Preston. She played herself. Rick James, bitch. See, I told you I wanted to make this kind of fun and funny, man. I wouldn't have a problem with the victims of slavery being reparated, but this entitled generation never suffer like those people expecting free handouts on the backs of people suffering. I understand that, and I'm not going to get into that argument today, right? Because that's not what this channel is about. This channel is for everybody, right? But what I'm going to say is that I take this situation in and of itself. How do you go into an established place of business and think that at that moment you can demand reparations when you can't even get legislation or go through the courts to make it happen, right? So again, I'm not going to open that can of worms because that's not what this channel is about. I am talking about the attitude that we see from this woman today. She doesn't look like she's missed a meal. Absolutely, she does not. Bitch better have my sweet potatoes. Preston, that's crazy. All right, let's get back into the video so we can hear more about what this woman has to say about this.
Ivory later tells police officers the incident stemmed from her request for reparations on her purchase.
The young lady got in my face. She pushed me too. She put her hands on me as well. I put my hands on no one. I came close to them and they felt threatened. Now at least hers was a pushback.
Yeah, just to separate you from her because you're in her space. Yeah.
She felt threatened. Why did you feel threatened?
Look at that. See how she put it?
Reach out to her manager so we can have a larger discussion about how money works. And how provision works, and how it's been working in the community for a very long way.
Ivory calls the incident her, quote, Rosa Parks moment.
I decided to take a stand. This is my Rosa Parks moment, dude. Don't play with me.
You see, and this is why I brought this video up, okay? Her Rosa Parks moment was her going in, buying a bunch of items that she could not afford. And then now it's supposed to be the problem of the store to make her whole in that moment. Again, I told you, I do believe in some form of reparations. It ain't got to be necessarily money, but it should be something, all right? But I do not believe that you go into a store knowing that you cannot afford the items you've purchased and then tell the store that they are supposed to settle this in their store, in their establishment where they need to make money. If every black person that came into Target went to try to make this argument, then guess what? They're going to be out of money, right? There are stores right now, and I want to get the right city. I want to say it's somewhere in Detroit or somewhere in Michigan where they actually are closing down the Walmart right now because people are just going in, grabbing items, and they're just running out the store. So it's getting to the point Walmart was losing so much money that they said, look, we're pulling out of this place, okay? If we can't be in this place and conduct business where we have people, we got to worry about them stealing all the time, and we don't have necessarily the authorization to stop them, then, or we can't stop all of them, then we're going to shut down because they're not going to make any money. Now, imagine you had a place of business where you had items and people walked in and started taking your stuff because they felt entitled to it, right? Oh, you know, it must be nice that you got a business, so I'm going to go ahead and take some of this. This costs the store, this costs that business money. And just because they're a large corporation doesn't change the fact that they're there to make a profit, just like a small business would, okay? Mana says, fair enough, a topic for another day. Yeah, again, this is not the channel for that. That's not what we talk about here on this channel. But, you know, because I do believe in fairness and equality. I do. But I don't believe in this entitlement, nor do I believe in, you know, like this self-delusion that you're owed anything. If you listen to this channel, I talk about that all the time, right? Preston says, try full-blown jacket loony nuts baloney crazy. That's right, Preston. Before we talk about how money works, let's talk about what happens when you back someone into a corner making demands. Now, Leonidas, that was the next point I was going to make, okay, about that last video. Let me put this back up on screen. Oh, was that the end of the video? Oh, that was the end of the video. Okay. So let me back this up a little bit so I can get to her face right there. Okay, let's put it there. Oops, wrong way. So listen, the one thing that she said was, okay, yeah, I came up to the woman. She put her hands on me. I didn't put my hands on her. Absolutely. From what we can see, she didn't put her hands on her. But what do you expect, woman? You literally are in someone's personal space getting up on them. Of course, they're going to be defensive, and she's smaller than you. This wasn't a small woman that got cold cocked, okay? She's not a small woman. So that woman is like, oh, hey, back up off me. What would you expect? And you can't tell me this woman don't know what that means in any other situation, especially if she lives in the hood or something like that, right? You can't tell me that getting into somebody's face doesn't lead into potential hurt or harm or some type of fight or some type of altercation. And the problem with modern women today is they think that they can go ahead and get in people's face like they're a dude. And then when they try to mess around, but then they find out. Just like this woman did. Now, do I condone the fact that this dude had the cold cocker in her face? No, I don't. I don't think he should have lifted her hand on her, right? Should have called the police then and there. However, when someone feels threatened, what do you expect? What do you expect? You shouldn't just be barging your way into loss prevention. That's not the way this works. But again, there's this mindset, this entitlement that we see from modern women today that think that someone owes them something. And this woman thinks that Target owes her reparations because for whatever reason. So she buys all these items. You cannot tell me that this woman didn't know that she wasn't going into the store with this purpose in mind, thinking that I'm going to put this in the cart. I'm going to go ahead and have my Rosa Parks moment. And these people are going to pay for this stuff that I put in my basket, where you didn't have the money to purchase it. Come on, man. Seriously. All right? Oh, I see a comment I like. So Leonidas is right. In China, you know who the thieves are? They're missing a hand or maybe both. Sean Hensley, thank you for being here, brother. Dude was so happy that she gave him a reason to deck her. Probably. You know what? And listen, again, I'm not saying it's right, but Sean, you bring up a good point. he might have looked for a reason to deck her. Because had she been there with her husband or some dude, there's no way that would have happened. Now, the police would have been called quickly, right, if a dude was there. But maybe he was looking for a reason. But he had the reason and she gave it to him. Okay? Equal rights, equal lefts. Sean says, no, we aren't punching bags. They need to get what's coming to them. No, she's not. She shouldn't have been a punch. She shouldn't have been punched. I give you that. But again, people have a right to defend themselves as well. Now, again, women today think that because the law favors them in these type of situations, that they can brace up, they can be verbally abusive, they can put their hands on men, but men won't put their hands back on them because guess what? That's not something that a man should do, right? You get shamed that that's not something a man should do. That's what we heard. But yet and still, and then you have the law. Soon as a man calls, he gets hauled off to jail. The woman, she gets to stay behind. This happens a lot unless the woman is completely unruly that they're going to separate them. But at times, the cops will just make the man leave and make her stay. So we're talking about there are a lot of men. There's a lot of underreported abuse that men take because of, hey, as soon as the cops come, the man is in the wrong, right? So let me get the next clip ready because this next clip is someone that we all know, Sister Shahrazad Ali, talking about the things and the mechanisms in place that make women entitled, the things that have come in place, that have been put in place, that have led us to this point where this woman thought she can brace up on a grown man like that, okay? So here we go.
They made us demand things from our man that they systematically keep him from getting. So he can't give it to us. And so we married to the government. They take care of us like our man should. They give us food, clothes, shelter, health care, child care, education, an apartment, whatever it is we need, they step in as our man. And they only do that, as I said, for the two reasons: to make him look inadequate and to make us not want to be bothered with him, to destroy his little ego that he got left, and to make us think that we are better than him. And we'll tell him, I can make it. I don't know why you can't make it. Well,
so Sister Shahrazad Ali brings up a good point. Part of this entitlement is because women, modern women today, have been given so much help for when they're in trouble, whereas we don't see men getting the same type of help. Today is June 28th, okay? Now, most people know this as Pride Month, this, that, and the third. You know what other month this is? Somebody know in the chat? Put in the chat what month this is also. That I've heard more about Pride Month, but I haven't heard about this month. Anybody know? Let me know down in the chat. Let me know down in the comments below. What month is June? Let me know right now. If y'all know what month June is, let me know. But it doesn't get talked about, okay? You don't invade a man's personal space. You get put in your place. Preston with the rhymes, baby. Juneteenth. Well, nope. That's actually not what I was going to talk about, right? I actually had a talk with somebody the other day, and it was like, happy Juneteenth, or last week, because I haven't been out the house in a while, but happy Juneteenth and all this. And I'm like, and they're like, what was that face for? And I'm like, I kind of wish they had made that a holiday. You know what I mean? Like, everything that we've made a holiday here, it winds up being lessened over the years, right? Christmas, the spirit of giving, not talking about just giving gifts, but just giving above yourself, Easter, like all these holidays that actually meant something, starting to lose their meaning because we take holidays and then we turn it into some economic benefit. So I didn't want that to happen to Juneteenth, right? I didn't want that to happen to it. So I didn't think it needed to be a holiday. Let it be something that we just celebrate because we celebrate. Now, I get it. Oh, you give, the day off to people and stuff like that. But when people get the day off, they're trying to relax from the stuff they're going through, man. You know what I mean? They're not really thinking about celebrating a holiday other than like July 4th is coming up, right? Yeah, we celebrate the independence, whatever. But what do? We just have barbecues in the backyard and find a reason to hang out, okay? We lessen the sacrifices made by everyone that goes before us technically when we do that. Now, am I appreciative of it? Heck yeah, I am. I do want to have some barbecue in next week. But what do? I didn't want to see it lessened that way. So it's not Juneteenth. What it is June is Men's Mental Health Month. June is Men's Mental Health Month. Now, let me know in the chat or in the comments, have you heard anything about Men's Mental Health Month or men's, mental health this month? The only reason I heard about it, me even remember, was because I was going through some videos and I saw it pop up, right? Or somebody sent it to me. One of my buddies, one of my drinking buddies, he sent it to me. And he sent this thing where it's just kind of one of those little clips with somebody driving on the road, words on the screen, right? Short video. And in the video, it says, hey, we hear about this, that, and the third, but we don't hear about Pride Month. So from one brother to another, hey, I salute you. I look out for you. I'm here for you, brother. I'm just giving you a good word. But you don't hear about Men's Mental Pride Month or Men's Mental Health Month, okay? Leonidas says, yep. Mana says, Juneteenth is turning into the Wild West. Well, I haven't really been paying attention to what's going on in them streets, but give love to the people. Try a 420 holiday today. That's funny. Of course, anything to do with men is buried. There you go. Men's Mental Health Month, 0. Leonidas said he haven't even heard about Men's Mental Health Month, okay? So no, taboo subject, absolutely. Nobody wants to talk about that because men in this society, modern Western society, is just supposed to, actually in society, period, it's just expected just to be okay no matter what. Doesn't matter, right? Oh, you're a man, walk it off, shrug it off. But then you'll hear in this same society that men aren't being open enough. Men aren't sharing their feelings. And when men share their feelings, they get a Tyrese moment. They wind up being made into a meme. If you're a man and you openly express your feelings, then guess what? Your feelings are just disregarded. Nobody gives a damn. Hell, I'm sure, and let me know in the chat and in the comments, this is not to knock anybody in your life. We all have people in our life, well, most of us do. But hear me out on this, okay? Especially if you're the strong person in your family or within your friend group. When you're the strong person within your family or your friend group, or you're kind of like on the outside of everything, how many times do people really check up on you? Now, I have my friends that check up on me, but there are a lot of people that I check up on, and I said this in the last live stream, that there are people I check up on, and they wouldn't check up on me if I didn't check up on them. See what I'm saying? They don't just say, hey, Sean, what's going on? Everyone expects Sean to be okay. Do you guys go through that same thing where if you didn't call and just say hi to people, would they call and say hi to you? Would they check on you to make sure that you're okay? Are they checking on your mental health and your well-being? Probably not. Probably not. Dancy Macabre, thank you for being here. That woman told police she was having a Rosa Parks moment. How messed up is someone when their life's ambition is to be celebrated as a victim versus building or achieving something great? And you know what? I totally agree with that statement. Imagine, if you will, if this woman would, it's not like she's taking it to some higher place. She got herself a viral video moment in the wrong. It's one thing if you decide you're going to be an advocate and you're going to go out there and you're going to get with these groups and you're going to fight for whatever it is that you want to see happen. You're going to be the change that you want to see happen. And what happened is this one woman wind up being an embarrassment to herself and to the people that she's fighting for in her Rosa Parks moment. Okay. So I'm not down with that. Whatever you do, don't let feminism get to you. Absolutely. Preston says marriage kills society and men's health due to many stress-related post syndrome. Yeah, facts, man. So, listen, those are the clips I have right now for the day. We're going to get into the next segment of this. We're going to get to the comments of the day. I only have 2 sets of comments to go over, and I'm going to go ahead and set those up right now. All right, so let's bring them up. So this was from this video here, right? These women getting rejected in dating. This is from our good friend of the channel, Anan. He says, again, I can understand what these modern peoples are going through. They simply do not have zero training at home, or if they do, they're following their friends I used to follow do. It's friends. For example, a friend used to buy 2 packs of smokes, one for me and one for me. 1 or 2 weeks, I realized this smoking habit was not beneficial for me, so I stopped. However, these nowadays people, they always love to accept what others say as if it's factually true or factual truth, period. I experienced it when I was injured. And then you have Walter Green, who says everyone takes rejection personally because as men, we have been conditioned to be a player, shooting words, having game. Like women don't already know what's up. Believe this or not, you can get more by chasing less. Shooting game more for someone non-harassment fun only. Or shoot game more for some non-harassment fun only. Read the situation carefully and maybe some quick, friendly, non-relations interactions. Don't appear thirsty. And I think these comments are excellent, right? But the one with Walter Green for this video, right? Women were taking their shot and they were losing out, right? They were getting rejected and they couldn't handle it. And that's what that video was about. But what he was saying in this clip right here, he said, it's okay if you're going to just shoot your shot, have a little fun, a little banter, stuff like that, right? But doing less is more. And I am inclined to agree with him because, again, it's what I said earlier. If a woman isn't into you, then there's no reason to chase her, because if she's really into you, she's going to show you. She's going to make the effort. She's going to text you. She's going to find out how's your day going, okay? Now, that's not to say, don't try to text her back at all. But if you give her the inclination that you're interested and she's not showing you that reciprocal energy back, then that woman is not into you. That means leave it alone. Okay, next comment. Oops. This is all the Preston Wall. Let's go through his rhymes. He said, jealousy kills the ugly on Stupidity City. These women are mad now that the shoe is definitely on the other foot and ugly looks. The ugly that's cutting the jealousy cake of rejection. And then, oh, yes, he did. And how about we spend nothing? So these were Preston's comments from that video. Thank you, Preston, for your comments. All right. So I just wanted to bring this up. Make sure if you haven't seen that video yet about women getting rejected and how it looks when the shoe is on the other foot, please check that video out after this one. And we're going to get to I already read that. Okay. And we're going to get to the next segment. We're going to move right along. We're going to get to the profiles of the day, and I'm going to set those up here in a second. I got a couple good ones. To kind of drop on you guys today. So the first one is, I've been reading Lord of the Rings. Apparently Gollum was once a normal man, but wearing the ring drained him of his youth, energy, and any joy in life. Must be the same ring I put on when I got married. And you know what's sad, you guys? What's sad is when I read this, I was like, wow. When Lord of the Rings came out, you kind of saw the beginning fail. You started seeing marriages failing, right? This has been going on for a minute now, but I never really thought about how he was a normal man. He got married, and then you get married, and then a lot of dudes are finding themselves in divorce court and they become a shell of themselves. And that's what this is about. All right. That's kind of why I brought this one up. Let's get to the next one. Having a man in the house and having a man of the house are two different things. Now, I thought this one hit hard, right? I thought this one was a beautiful comment. Too many modern women today are looking for a man in the house and not a man of the house because they don't believe in that. Hence that we have the previous post where we see people being drained in marriage or being drained of marriage. So modern women today need to realize that, yeah, y'all pushing for marriage. You want to see this. You want to be married. You want to have kids. You want to have a family. But are you willing to do what it takes to ensure you have a man of the house and not a man in the house? You can't have a man in the house and expect him to operate like a man. You can't have a man in the house and expect that you're going to be and one that just, basically kowtows to you all and think that that man is going to be a suitable husband, or think that that man, isn't going to eventually lose his pride, lose, his sense of respect and dignity in that relationship. It's not going to happen, right? So part of the problem that we see today. All right, next one. The key to a successful marriage is one where both people take turns driving. I drive where we go, and my wife drives me crazy from the passenger seat while I do it. And why I picked this one was because it was in a Reddit post, and people were like, well, why'd you get married if having a wife is so bad? And that brings me to a point about this one, right? Men get married and think that, hey, I want to be with this woman. However this woman is right now, I want her to maintain being this type of woman. Of course, she's going to change. She's going to grow and develop. But a good woman is going to develop in such a way that she's going to help the household. She's going to help make that man a better man. And hopefully that man can make that woman a better woman. But in today, we find that women are starting to, look at marriage as just a means to an end. And a lot of men don't want to deal with that. Okay. Preston says, in all seriousness, though, what possessed that woman to run up on a man and didn't expect to get punched in the face? You know what the answer is. The answer is that's what women in society think, that they can have actions without consequences. Okay. That they can do things without accountability. And that's the society that we're living in today. All right. Check this one out. For my love, cherished husband, dad, and adulterer. Yes, John, I knew. You know what's silly about this one? What's silly about this one is the fact that she put this on this man's tombstone or whatever. And at the end of the day, he's gone. He is not going to know that you wrote that. The only thing that's going to do is shame his kids. That's going to drive a wedge between his kids. He's gone. That is something that you should have brought up to him while he was still alive. And if you did, how petty is it to go ahead and defame the dead, the people that aren't here anymore? They don't know about it, right? Anything that we have shame of on our deathbed is to make us feel better in our last moments. Anything that is said or happens afterwards, it's like it never existed to that person, because in essence, it's like that person never existed. I don't want to get into this meta stuff, right, on how that works, but it's true. This person isn't going to know anything that's going on. Okay? Dancy Macabre says, I was a CEO corrections officer at one of the worst prisons on the East Coast. All hardcore violent offenders doing life, double life, natural life, etc. 90% of them men raised in single mother homes. Yep. And we've talked about that statistic here on this channel, right? So women are mad at men for everything that's going on, or, this is the patriarchy, right? But really, what can't women do that a man can do? I mean, like opportunity-wise, not ability-wise, opportunity-wise. The laws are set up that they can't be discriminated against, but if they don't have the skills to pull off the jobs, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm not going to get too deep in that. It's not what we talk about tonight. I guess she thought he was just going to say hi. Press says, disgusting, downright trifling. Yes, it is. Leonidas says, speaking ill of the dead comes with a curse. Absolutely, my friend. I believe that too, man. You know what I mean? And we seen when Kevin Samuels passed away, all the ill that a lot of women spoke on that man's name. He was the only one out here fighting for men and women to get married. I'm not even doing that on this channel, okay? I've congratulated all my friends that have gotten married. I support their marriage. I support long-term relationships, and I've said that multiple times here on this channel before. But what I do not understand, okay, is that how can you speak ill of a person that's not here? Just because you were mad that this man was trying to tell you the truth. And this is the society that we live in, that people don't want to hear truth. They want to hear their truth, which isn't the truth. It's just an opinion. It's just a subjective opinion. And that is the problem right now. People are so goddamn entitled, thinking people owe them something, but nobody owes you a damn thing. I just got off the phone with my daughter right before this live stream, and I told her, she was talking about something that's going on with her at work. And I said, baby, what did I tell you about people? And she knew what I told her. She said, nobody gives a shit. Exactly. No one gives a shit. Go into life understanding that no one gives a crap. Make sure that you manage your expectations so that you won't be let down. That's what I told her. That was the advice I gave her. All right. Oh, wait. When there's no man in the home, young brothers have that void. They go looking for a father figure on the streets. Absolutely. Preston, he was trying to help these people who aren't willing to be saved. Facts. All right, let's get to the next one. Let me make that one bigger. This is a good one, right? This is what we see. Let me preface this first. This is what we see happening with modern women today, right? Modern women are after the bag. What can you do for me? All these different things. This post right here perfectly talks to what women should be doing, what men should be doing. Okay, so let's get into it. So the original post says 100K a year ain't no money, especially once you finally hit that mark. You'll see what I'm saying. And then this Mac person says 100K is a great salary. It is. The issue is that people believe that when they make 100K, their car should be also 80K. Rent, mortgage should be $3.5 grand, and frequent designer purchases, right? And that's the trap. And then this lady here actually has a good thing to say. She says, best advice I've gotten was to stop upgrading your expenses every time income increases, every time y'all income increases. And when I think about it, it makes total sense. And it should make total sense to all of us, okay? If you want to see yourself succeed, you want to see yourself get to the next level, people, like when you see rich people, they're not all dressed fancy. A lot of them are just dressed like regular people because they don't want to bring attention to themselves. And the ones that, like Mark Cuban, I talked about on this channel, Mark Cuban said when he first came into money, Mr. Beast too, right? One of the biggest YouTubers ever. He comes into money, he dresses like a normal guy. And then what he did was, and what Mark Cuban did was they took their money and they just kept reinvesting into themselves, into their business, into their company, instead of going out and buying crap. So the reason why I didn't go out for the past week, why I haven't been out the house, I went out Monday, but that was the first time I'd been out in the house in over a week, right? Like 8 days. I hadn't left the house in 8 days. And the reason is because, listen, I've realized that I was going out into these Vegas streets and it's just draining me of money. And I need to save money right now, right? I need to save money and I need to be doing things to make money. But I'm going to tell you, going out there and just spending it on everything you see isn't the way to do it. And the last point I'm going to make, and I've talked about this on the channel, I've made 6 figures multiple times throughout my life. And the reason why I've kind of backed away from that, why I don't care about the money anymore, is because there's a trade-off when you start making over 6 figures. You're going to trade something away to make 6 figures. They're not going to just give it to you. They give it to you because you're going to give them your blood, your sweat, your tears, and your time. And time, not money, is the most valuable resource we have. Time and health are the two most valuable resources we have. Once you don't have those, you're gone. You're done. You're gone. You're going to be on a headstone like this dude in this previous post, and nobody's going to give a shit. Okay? So, yeah, did I like making that much money? Yeah, but I didn't have time to do anything with it because I was tired. I was exhausted. My health was coming at risk. So this is a great post. I wanted this to be in the video because I want you gents to understand that it's not all about money. Yes, money is a vehicle to get you to your dreams and your goals, and you should be going after it for that reason. But if you're doing it to just bling bling and to show off what you got, as the Bible says, you've got your reward. Just like the people that want to show everybody they put money in their collection plate, you got your reward. People see you, but what does it bring you? Absolutely nothing. All right? Where we at? Where we at? That's an awesome salary. That is exactly what I'm talking about with these people, that they are trash, just greedy. Absolutely. Exactly. Rich people hide their wealth and live modestly. That's how they got wealthy. Reinvest everything into making more money. Flaunt your money, and gold diggers and leeches will swarm you 24/7. Ding, 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 ding. Absolutely, man. And that's it, man. You're going to, what did I say? I said they don't want to attract unwanted attention. And guess what? We see what happens to these basketball stars, these stars is out there, right? They go ahead and flaunt their money, and then you get a Zion Williamson situation where you have this corn actress who, you know, now is leeching on you because she looks at you as a way out. If he would have just kept his nose down and kept his head quiet, right, he'd be doing okay. Now he's gonna be a hated young man, and that dude played amazing at Duke. All right, me and my uncle watched his whole season at Duke because we thought he was gonna do some good stuff. With the 100K, you can invest the money and make more. You can live a modest life, and then whatever you're not spending your money on, you could be investing that and building wealth for the future. I didn't do that because I had women leeching off me when I was making this money, right? I did. We weren't saving. Hell, I had making six figures, and I was living damn near check to check. Damn near. Damn near. It's amazing. Every time I became single again, I was saving money. Every time. That's how I got out of debt. Because once I was alone, yeah, I was losing a portion of my income. But at the same time, what did I do? I wasn't out. I go out because I like to go out, but I wasn't buying and balling out. I would just stash and stack money. Anyway. Oh, got that? Money is a tool. Yes, it is. I logged on to hear facts being spoken. King, thank you for being here today, man. I appreciate you. Leonidas, gold diggers get no love from this guy. No, they don't. They shouldn't. They shouldn't get from any of us. Been rich twice. Blew it all the first time on women. Got swindled the second time. Working on a comeback third and final. Too old for this. I'll say it. I don't have this channel monetized right now because I want us to be able to speak a little freely. Obviously, I can't say every word because YouTube still flagged this video. But the reason is because I do this for you guys, and I'm very grateful for all the you guys donating to the super chat, you guys donating to the Cash App. That's what keeps this going, man. I don't have to monetize this video. This is a chance for us to speak to each other. So, too old for this shit. Yep, absolutely. Ain't no simps. Not on this channel. Not this channel. Nope. Hell no, it's not. All right. I'm not done, you guys. We still got one more to go. Or a couple more to go. I see why the Taliban have y'all covered up. And then she wrote, is me looking haram? Look, this is a beautiful woman, right? And it's kind of facts. These guys, I brought this one in because I wanted to tell you guys, these guys are trying to protect their way of life. They're trying to keep, people say they try to keep their women down. And there's some atrocities that are really bad. But really, that they're trying to keep their women not unmodest like these modern women that we have today in this society. Again, I don't agree with everything that goes on over there. That's not my place. I will say this, though, right? That is a beautiful woman. And I can see why men wouldn't want their woman to be tainted by the women here, which is why we talk about all the time on this channel. If you guys decide to get your passport and fly to another place, don't bring that woman back here because this place is corrupting, very corrupting, okay? A man with no purpose will seek pleasure. That, Leonidas, is perfectly put, okay? You know, all you guys know that I talk about purpose all the time on this channel. And I like to say, right, is that a man with no purpose is a ship with no sail. He'll just be taken with the waves and brought wherever the seas take him. You have to have a purpose and you have to know where you're going, okay? Hell no, gold diggers don't get no pity sympathy parties. Nope, not from there, not from here. Left my last anchor alone 2 years ago, and my savings account increased by 30,000. That is amazing, King. That is amazing. You know what I mean? You got to be focused and disciplined for that to happen. All right, let's get to the next one. Now, this is the last one, I believe, and this is from, you guys know Kings and Dreams. He has his own channel. If you guys are not subscribed, shout out to Kings and Dreams. I got this off of the YouTube feed. Now, this is what a woman said in her post, right? She said, if you don't have 5K to hand me, don't be in my inbox telling me, let's link. Link for what? Let's chill. Chill for what? What you doing? Why you asking? I want to see you. For what? My time is money and I have no time to waste on dumb shit. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to eat. And no, I don't want to sit next to you for free. And then King K&D says, damn, you need 5K for a date? You can't make this up. And that's exactly the problem that we see today. Am I saying that women shouldn't have any standards? Absolutely not. Women should have standards. You shouldn't just accept just these pookie buster men to come up and lay up on you. We talk about this all the time, right? And I stand by that. However, everything with modern women today is transactional. And you can't blame men if they don't want to buy what you're selling. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Leonard says, I love gold digger trap videos, seeing them get served. Well, I'll make some more of those. I'll make more. Hell no, don't bring that woman back to hell's misery. Nope. Just don't text me. Exactly. Dancy says, yes, America will ruin a pure woman. You want a wife who is ride or die and a home to raise your kids where you can't be divorced and put on the streets? Passports are the only way. Seems that way now, man. And it's sad that we've gotten to that point. Leonardo says, give her 5K and movie prop money, smash and dash. Yeah, man. Give her some Starbucks credits or something. All right, I think that was the last one. Let me come up on here. Was that the last one? Yep, that was the last one. I wanted to end it up with K and D. All right, you guys, I told you I'm not going to keep y'all long today. Let me know. Let me get to the next portion. Question of the day. Do you think this woman was justified and wronged, the one who got punched in the face, or did she get what was coming to her? And I hate to put it that way, but y'all understand. Did karma come into play during this? Let me know what you think in the chat. Let me think what you think in the comments down below, and I'll come there and join you in a little bit. But let me hear what you guys got to say in the chat real quick, and we'll go ahead and close this thing out, okay? Again, thank you guys for last month, for everybody who donated to the Super Chat and gave Cash App. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I just want to give you guys a shout out. We can't do this channel without you guys. Everything that you guys invest into this channel, I invest back into the channel, just like we talked about, to the equipment, into the software, and to all the stuff, okay? I want to hear what you guys got to say about this. Preston says it's cheaper to leave her. You know what? You know what I used to say, Preston, to people that were getting a divorce? Because I had to learn this lesson myself. Sometimes you have to pay for a peace of mind. Sometimes you have to pay for a peace of mind. You really do. And that's just the way it is, okay? Preston says, and don't want to keep her. All right, did I read that already? King says this begging for money is out of control. It really is. Even the pink braid and fuzzy slipper wearers be talking about wasting her time. Look, I don't have a problem with any woman talking about wasting her time. But when you start to put these unrealistic dollar values thinking that someone owes you something, then you're in the gold digger status at that point. Shout out to Chosen for being in the house with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that so much. You know, you're one of my biggest contributors to the channel, and I want to thank you so much, man. Again, can't do this without you guys. And that's why I come here on these Wednesday live streams to talk to you guys, man, because you guys, it's for you. This is for the gents. This is why I'm not worried about the views on this. It's not why I'm not worried about messing up thumbnails and titles. I do this for my gents who are loyal. If you're a loyal part of this channel, I support you. Chosen says she got what's coming to her, TSG. That's too funny. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Mana says, I doubt he had to give her a punch, but who knows how it would have turned out. Listen, man, you know what? I agree with that. And you know what's funny? Women, modern women today will see a man retreat like that in weakness and then start like putting her finger in his face, pushing on him. I'm not saying she didn't do that, so we don't know. But she had no business coming in a loss prevention office. Again, I'm not saying it should have resulted in her getting punched. That's kind of jacked up. But you can't do we as men understand this. Mana, if I got into your face and I started bucking up and pushing, if I do that as a man, any of you guys in the chat, then there is always a threat of violence as a man that we know is potentially possible and or imminent. So we don't do it unless we're ready to let that fight go on. But even that, as we get older, right, as you start getting some of these grays, then you start getting smarter, like, you know, like, man, this ain't smart, man. First of all, I ain't trying to get to jail. Everybody, this is the Wild West out here where I live. Everybody carrying a piece. So you don't know what you're going to get yourself into. The best thing to do is to walk away and live another day. Now, does that make you a punk or a wussy because you decide to do that? Absolutely not. It makes you smart. And it makes you live another day to see another battle. Okay? Thank you for that. Save yourself, black men, for real. Thank you, Chosen, for that one. Dancy says, gotta always walk away from conflict, which I just talked about. Either you control your rage or it controls you. Saw thousands of good men in prison whose lives were ended because they blew their stack in a heated moment. And Dancy, you talked about working in a prison. As Dave Chappelle, everybody had their, can't say this on the channel. They had their ninja moment, right? They had their moment when keeping it real goes wrong. People have those moments, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of people in prison have these keeping it real go wrong moments. And now they're going to be locked away for years. When they get out, they got a record, and now their life is going to be completely changed from the direction that it could have gone. So Dancy is right. You have to use your brain, man. You have to use your head out here in these streets. And as I tell, another thing that I tell my daughter all the time, my daughters, my kids, right? The thing that I tell my kids is this. Like I said in training day, this is chess, not checkers, okay? Stop thinking one step ahead and think 5 steps ahead when you get ready to do something, all right? That's just the way it is. They're constantly telling on themselves. Facts. The social justice warrior demanding free anything needed help to return back to reality. Getting punched in the face is as real as it gets. I think there should be a rematch, though. That is funny. Oh, my God, you guys got a lot of comments. Left, right, left. Chosen says, let's be real. The only reason why women put their hands on men is because they know that the average man would not retaliate. Absolutely. We talked about that earlier. Yeah, dudes would take far less. Exactly. Exactly. That's why we don't do it. Self-defense, people. Self-defense. Get a body cam and wear it everywhere, especially when around a female. You got to protect yourself, maybe. You know, it's sad that we have to come to that, but no, it doesn't. Women in the legal system to leverage their aggression over a man. Women use the legal system to leverage their aggression over a man. Absolutely. Exactly, Chosen. And fellas, avoid mouthy women. They start fights and you got to finish it. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, you don't put yourself in that situation. 4 women would never demand, never dream of putting their hands on a man. No, most don't. Most do not. Yes, Dave Chappelle was the OG. Charlie Murphy, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Charlie. They out there. Yes, they are. There are some out there, yeah, but there are some out there, yes, but you know, it depends on the country you go to. All right, gents. Again, make sure you guys go into the comments after this video and put what you think, right? I'll go back into the video and leave a question of the day. I'll copy and paste the question of the day. Actually, I should do it now. Well, I still got the question of the day. Let me do that now before I forget. I'm copying the comment section so I can go ahead and put it into the video, so that I want you guys to go down after this, go into the video, today's video, and go into today's video and then leave a comment below. It helps the channel out, okay? Where's this live at? Give me 1 second. I'm sorry I'm doing this now, but I can't go into the comments because this thing is still going on. Okay, I'll set it up for afterwards. Sorry about that, you guys. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Let me go through the comments again because I do this every time. Shout out to Mana Mana. Thank you for your inputs there, brother. Dancy, thank you for being here. Who else we had in the house? Shout out to Chosen. I'll get back to you in a second. Shout out to Preston. Shout out to Leonidas. Thank you all for being here. Shout out for Chosen with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Couldn't do without you. Shout out to King for coming through. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming in and checking out today's video. Who else did we have in the house? I don't want to miss anybody. Don't want to miss anybody. I'm going through. Shout out to XL Pro. Rick James, bitch, from the Sexiest Pretty Much Alive. Hold my drink. I'll get to y'all comments and again in a second. I want to make sure I miss anybody. Shout out to Anthony Realism. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to Beach Bum TV. Thank you for coming through, brother. I appreciate the support every week from you guys. Okay, let me get back to you guys' comments down below. Where we at? Dancy says, new phone here. Got to set up my card on Google Wallet, but I'll super chat you later when I do. Keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you. Or keep on doing what you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Damn good show. Keep grinding. You know what? I might start doing that. Start piecing together, piecemealing the videos to keep the brevity on the video so we can get right to the point. So thank you. I think today's video was a good way to do it. I like the single topic show. You know what I mean? Why don't you purify yourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka? Oh, why don't you purify yourselves in the waters of Lake Minnetonka? I had to do the voice. I had to do the Prince voice. Awesome show, Sean C. Pimp Money. Thank you so much, man. Thank you guys for being here. I had fun today, man. I am so glad I decided to do today's live stream and not take the day off. But I do have a lot of work to do because I want to get a video out at least tomorrow or Friday, if not both days, if not multiple videos. Do me a favor, though. When y'all see those videos come out, you've got to support these videos. You really do, man. I'm putting in extra effort to give y'all, obviously, I put in a lot of effort to give y'all good videos. I just need you guys to support them and share them. Sharing them isn't the biggest thing. The best thing you can do to support, if you're not gonna, you ain't got to give me money. Or support the show with money. But if you do, the best way to support the show is when you watch a video, click on one of the videos I have at the end card and watch a little bit of that. Even if you watched it, just watch a little bit of it. Give me at least a 30 to 40% view. And that will send the algorithm in super overdrive. If you do that, you help the show. Okay? If you can donate. All right? Dancy says, cheers. Yeah, shout out, bro. Fist pound, man. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We're going to get up out of here. I hope you guys had a good hump day. Get ready for your weekend. We have the 4th of July coming up. Depends on what, let me see. I don't know. 1 second before we get out of here. The 4th of July is on a Tuesday. Ooh. All right, gents. I may not do a live stream, like a live stream on Tuesday, but I may have a video that I make in place of that. Please support that video. And what I might do is post that. Oh, no, because the software only gives you an hour. All right, I'll probably post a video on Wednesday, but I will not do a live stream next Wednesday because I want you guys to celebrate the 4th of July with your family and your friends. I want you guys to have a good time. I'm going to be out on the 4th of July hanging out with my friends. So I know for sure hanging out with my friends that I am not going to be in any mood to do a live stream. Now, I might surprise you guys and still do it, but for right now, bank on it not happening. All right, thank you guys for everything that you do. Thank you guys for being here. And until next time, live your best life.